It's a beautiful summer night to welcome Longfellow Elementary School in our studios of Public Access TV in Iowa City. We have familiar faces here. You are family, right? Mr. Chris Pisarek, principal of Longfellow Elementary School, on my right-hand side. Next to him is Emily Lennon. She is the director of the Before and After School program, and a rising star of this program that we are going to discuss tonight. And next to her is a very old friend of ours, not old age, we're talking about old comer to our Karen Begbie is here. She is the coach and the supervisor of this program. And behind her is Addison. Addison is one of the 3 stars that are going to be tonight stars of this program, right? And next to her is Celie. And to the left of Celie is Olivia. And those are the real heroes of the program that you selected them in order to present full up to play 60. And I want you to start, before Mr. Pisarek talks, I want you to tell us what is the story about this program.
Fuel Up to Play 60 is a national wellness program, and it's came about with the NFL doing the Play 60 part, and Fuel Up is to do with eating healthy foods. And the Midwest Dairy Council got involved with that. And together, the Dairy Council and the NFL with the USDA, United States Department of Agriculture, saw a need for kids to be healthier than they are. And so they collaborated and put together this program called Fuel Up, Eat Healthy, Play 60 minutes a day. And so with this, it empowers children within their schools to lead by example, do some what we call plays, where they can get points on their personal dashboard, and with that make differences in their school. So how it happens in the school is pretty much up to that school itself. And in Iowa City, we have 18 schools involved in the program, and some schools are in their 2nd year, and some schools are in their 1st year. And Longfellow, it's their very 1st year.
Before we move to Emily, you tell us, you always pioneer in new programs and always initiatives. You know, every time you come here, you come with something very unique. What makes this program unique for your school?
I think it fits really well with our school and with our community, honey. Several years ago, our PE teacher, Margaret Buter, she did a nice job. We received a fairly large grant, PE for Life, and that really started us down this road to continue what Margaret was doing in her physical education classes. And so, we were able to build on that. We had a team, several teachers that we took to different schools throughout Iowa, and we got to see what they were doing, and kind of like Karen talked about earlier, trying to get more movement into our lives and to eat healthier and to just be healthier overall. And so, as time has evolved, that rolled into funding for Blue Zones, and so this last fall, I think in large part to what Karen and Emily have helped us with, we were able to get our Blue Zones designation, and again, part of that whole piece is this Fuel Up to Play 60. So we're very fortunate that Emily is willing to kind of tackle this one, I guess, along with these ladies behind us, to help with those efforts at Longfellow.
Well, you described in our preparation for this show, you described Emily as wonderful, right?
Yes.
So it's you now. Emily, now you of course you have previous experience with kids in many activities, and you see that this activity is a learning process.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's really important, especially for girls that are like the 3 good ones behind me who are in 5th grade and really stepping up to the plate and learning how to be leaders in their community. And just in our program, they've done Brain Breaks, which is just a small little break in the day, I guess. They did some for the teachers one day during an in-service, and then again for some of our kids, we just brought them out to the hall, and they had, 5 different activities that they did for 10 seconds each or whatever. So it's just, it teaches kids just like quick ways to be active or to make a healthier choice. So I think, yeah, overall it's really good.
Males like Chris and I are kind of degenerating now from the leadership, and we leave the frontier for girls and women. I have noticed that every time we have a program in any school, it's always girls are there on the front. And that's really very encouraging. Maybe they can do a better job than what we have done.
I think they do at my house.
Okay, let's now, Karen, would you like to introduce any one of the kids to start, or I do that? How about if you do this? And you have Addison behind you there.
Addison behind me has a little special role because she was just announced as the state ambassador for Fuel Up to Play 60.
Impressive.
So she's considered #1 in the state for what she'll do to represent Fuel Up to Play 60. However, her sidekicks here are just as
Is she on
important.
camera now, coming close to her? We want to be proud of this #1 in the state, definitely.
And in order for her to do that, she needed to apply. She needed to have what we call 30,000 points, which means she's invested in the program and she's committed, just like her Olivia and Seeley did. They're very involved in the program. But Addison took it just a little bit further and applied for a state ambassador. And with that, then they select from all those applications the student they think would do the best job for representing Iowa. So it's a pretty big honor.
Okay, let me move to Addison and ask her about this ambassador. Maybe I compete with you at one time. Tell me, what does it entail, this role?
She's not sure yet because she hasn't done anything yet.
How did you prepare for that?
Well, the first thing I did was applied.
And what the application has information about you, about your activities? Did you have to write something? Express why you want to join?
Yeah, so there were questions like, what have you done to represent Fuel Up to Play 60 in your school? Why should you be chosen? And
What makes you special, huh? Right. Okay, let's move to Celie now. I know that your mom is here, right? She's attending this program among the audience, right? And she's proud of you, definitely. So tell me about your role in this program. What do you do exactly?
Celie, why don't you share some of the after school, one of the activities you did after school that you felt good about? Maybe
Any of the activities.
the smoothies? Why don't you talk about the smoothies? Go ahead.
we made like smoothies for the other kids at the after school program.
And those are like younger kids, right? Like kindergarten, first. Okay. So you are kind of leader because you are 5th grader now, right? So next year you graduate from school, right? Are you going to go to Southeast or Northwest or what? Southeast? Southeast, probably. Okay, Olivia, now, do you know that we have a new camera person in the studio?
Yeah.
That's Danelle Kaneki. You know her?
I think so.
We'll see how her pictures are good, maybe we can hire her permanently, huh? So she's your mom, right?
Yeah.
And she proud of you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me, what do you do? Tell me some of the activities that you do in this program.
Well, Like Miss Bagby said earlier, and Emily, we did this thing called a jamming minute, and we did it with some kids at the after-school program, but then we also did it with some of the teachers at a PTA meeting, and that was like really fun because like to see all the teachers do it, it was kind of like funny. But then also like there's this other time too that it was healthy breakfast week, and we made yogurt parfaits.
Oh, that's definitely
That's
helpful.
great. I forgot about that in the morning.
That's wonderful. So, tell me about the Emily or Karen or both of you. What do we mean by healthy breakfast? How do you define healthy?
I think for when they were trying to decide on what they wanted to do or what would constitute as healthy, because everybody I think has different meanings. I think they rely a lot on the food pyramid. I think you guys
Yeah.
wanted to kind of hit at least 3 different things on the food pyramid. So what do we have? Fruit and yogurt, granola, and then some toppings. So everything in moderation, right? So a little whipped cream wasn't so bad, but I think a lot of kids liked it.
Yeah. A lot of kids came up afterwards and said that they really
So
liked
in
it.
general, you try to combine proteins and carbohydrates and vegetables, fruit and all that. Maybe there's something as well called plate. I think healthy plate.
Mhm.
So every couple of years they come up with some different definition of what's healthy. Sometimes it's pyramid, sometimes it's plate, right? We don't know what's next. You know? But Mr. Pisavik, now Longfellow is one of the oldest buildings in
Yeah.
this city.
Yeah.
Beautiful building. Traditional. Was it among the schools that were built in 1917, 1918?
Yeah, we were Cornerstone's 1917, and
So it's a sister of Horace Mann and of Sabin?
in Sabin, yeah.
Wow. You see, I was very sorry when Sabin went down. I passed there by the post office, and I could visit there every day when I had years in this building. And every day I see it's getting down until it's flat. And now there is something going to be there. So we'll have only Horace Mann and Longfellow from the old guys
Yeah.
and the old guards.
And right now the district's, they've got kind of a 10-year facility master plan, and so fortunately, Longfellow and Mann are both in a position where they're gonna do some significant renovations at both those buildings, and we're really excited about that. And we get to continue to house programs like Fuel Up to Play 60 for hopefully a lot of generations to come.
Well, I hope it will be renovation and not bringing it down, demolishing.
No, I don't think
Yeah.
that's in the plan. No,
We need to
don't tell
keep
your
those-
neighbors that we're
Yeah.
doing that. We're definitely standing still.
We need to keep those iconic buildings, as a reminder of the great times of the, early 20th century.
Definitely.
They are historic buildings now. Okay, what are other activities that you have at Longfellow?
Oh boy, we've got a lot of different things going on right now, honey. We talked last year a little bit about the Spanish club
Right.
that our PTA helps support.
And this is continuing till now.
Yes, yep, it's continuing
Great.
this year. We got a lot of support from university students. Pam Arnold's one of our parents that helps facilitate that program. Mrs. Rocca's 4th grade class is still doing their Coats for Kindness on an annual basis. That's going strong. It's we're just very fortunate. And I
That
think
was a very unique program. I was so impressed with this coach. You do this every winter?
Yes, yeah. I think they start up in either late October or early November, and they're able to do quite a drive and provide children and families in our communities with some things that are much needed during the cold winter months here.
Now, being a coach and working with all kinds of kids from all levels, what's your favorite teaching audience?
Without a doubt, elementary building.
You like the elementary, definitely.
And I like students of K-6 and students of all ability levels. I did a lot with adapted PE. So, yeah, this is where it's at. You can set a real strong foundation and make a big difference in their lives. And that's what we like to see with Fuel Up to Play 60, is to set that foundation, the importance of a healthy lifestyle. And it also helps the kids in the classroom, and to make sure kids are eating well and exercising. We know it's good for the brain. And I think at K-6, with what I've always taught and believed in, it can make an impact on their life and their families. So these girls, take Fuel Up to Play 60 home, and you can bet their families know what it is now.
And all of you are wearing this, let us say, sign on the T-shirts, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have one on your sweater too.
If you watch any NFL games, you'll see it. Because they have commercials, Fuel Up to Play 60, when they play the NFL games.
I will watch for that, for
Mhm.
sure. Emily, what are other activities you do before and after school?
We have a few different clubs that happen throughout the year. So we did cooking club. We started making that a little healthier with the Fuel Up to Play 60. We could kind of incorporate it. Right now we have yoga club in the mornings. We just had junior docent club. So I used to work for the art museum. So we had some kids learn how to be docents and present on their own art object, which was really nice. And then, yeah, just, soccer club. That's right. Thank you. So we try and keep them busy. It's a little different this year with them getting out a little bit later, but, now we have more time in the morning, too. So soccer club in the mornings, yoga club, things like that.
It looks like Olivia is assistant director with you.
She could step up to a plate, I'm sure. I mean, look at Mom.
Your mom is, she's not on the camera now, so. Well, before we say goodbye to our audience, and I am sure that everybody appreciates you coming today and your visit here, I want to ask the three musketeers there, what's your plan for the future? What do you dream of attaining, of getting into in the future? What would you like to be? Like if you close your eyes and imagine yourself 20 years from now, what you're going to be doing? It may change, I know, but you still have certain dreams. Can anybody jump in quickly and tell me if you're ready? If you're not ready, we pass. You're still exploring?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you think that programs like this would help you decide in the future?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you have a role model in your life? Somebody you look up to? You know what role model is? Somebody you look up to. You want to be just like them. Right? A favorite teacher, principal, parent, brother, sister, sibling, whatever. No? That's right. Then you're pointing at your mom, right? So you consider your mom a role model for you, right?
Yeah.
And you want to emulate her and do as she has done.
Well, she's a teacher, and there's a lot of high school students who will come up to me and they'll be like, find a way to get your mom to be my teacher. It's just kind of like.
She's very popular.
Yeah.
Beloved teacher.
Yeah.
That's priceless. Yeah, that's wonderful. As a matter of fact, before we still have a couple of minutes, I would like you, if you have anything to tell our audience, because I think, Karen, if you can advise our viewers about certain kinds of direction when their kids are just joining the elementary school, what is the best way of, food, nourishment, exercise, all these things?
I think our school district does a really good job of trying to keep focus on the importance of good health and to tie in the good health aspect with the academic aspect. We have district policies for healthy foods for the kids to bring for celebrations. We have quality physical education. The K-6 kids have recess time. Teachers are really, and the classroom teachers are really jumping on board for understanding that children need to move. That's why brain breaks or the active break time is becoming really popular throughout the district because they're finding out it helps kids with social skills.
Can you elaborate a little bit more?
On a brain break?
Yeah.
It's doing any kind of activity quickly just to get the students to move because we know after 15 minutes the brain starts to fall asleep. So if we jump start it a little bit, then the students will get a little more oxygen into the brain and they'll be happier and they'll be actually more focused than having a student sit and sit and sit and sit. And so what's really nice to see is that it's understood by most educators now, the importance and the connection between movement, academics, and good eating. And that's what Fuel Up's about. And these girls behind us, these 3 girls are extremely active. They all play hard. They're great leaders in the way they live life, the way they act in the school. And so that's what's really nice is Fuel Up to Play 60 has brought to focus some of the important things that we don't always look at, but that we take for granted.
In the next couple of minutes, I want you to address a topic that's important now, which is the special ed kids. I know that you have very successful program there for special ed. Can you address this a little bit more?
Yeah, we've got, I think again, kind of like Karen said, across the district, we've got very talented special education staff. We've actually got some of them.
We've got a mom here.
But it's been this year's experience for us at Longfellow.
What's the name of your teacher that we see?
Miss Henniger is over there.
Why don't you walk across this and come to the camera? Huh?
Come
You're
on,
shy?
come on, JJ.
It's okay. It's okay. We can do that. Come here.
Go, JJ. Come on.
I am not my teacher.
The kids wanted you.
So, I don't know the junior high as well, but I know that we work really well with Southeast Junior High, to partner at this time of the year to transition kids
Yes.
that are going from our 6th grade program into that junior high program. In-house, we've done a lot of work, and I think they have at the secondary level too. We've got special education coaches, we've got instructional coaches. And so we're bringing those teams together, the grade level teams as well as the special education teachers, making sure that our instruction in reading, for example, is aligned with one another, and that we're both pushing from the same angle and trying to propel those kids
And
forward.
I know that you have a background in special education too.
Just a
Right.
little bit, yeah.
Right.
So,
Congratulations, because I hear a lot about your program, and it's definitely successful.
thank you.
And we wanted to show the star, but she's camera shy.
Well, maybe next year we can get JJ on it. We'll see.
I'm prepared.
Okay, in the next 2 minutes or so, anybody would like to say anything to our viewers about the school? Anybody would like to add anything that we missed or we didn't? Or
I would like to just say what a great job Emily has done because she's been, in a very unique way, has pulled the Fuel Up to Play program into Longfellow for its first year. And it's a small step, but it's a big step. Because of you, I mean, these kids know what it's about and the word will spread, so you've been great.
It is wonderful that you recognize her efforts, but in the meantime, she's lucky to have you as mentor because everybody knows you have tremendous experience, and that by itself
I have experience,
is
that's
a
for sure.
privilege.
No, you do great.
I
We are
like you.
lucky. Yeah, definitely lucky. And the girls, to have the girls too, to step up to the plate and
Yeah,
yeah, good support system all around.
it's for the kids, by the kids, and that's what it's about, is these 3 back here.
It has been really a delight having Longfellow tonight. Thank you very much. This program is going to be on channel 18, and that's if you don't have cable, you're probably not familiar with channel 18, but it's local channel here, and it's for public access TV. And we are probably mostly on Mondays and Tuesdays. It depends, but we are all the time there. And channel 21, that's educational channel. That's your district channel.
Yes.
We are always there on the weekends. All weekends we are on one school after another, all the time, 24 hours. I get tired. It's on tapes anyway. So, in the meantime, you can go on public access TV on your computer. You will find all the schools and the table when they are going to air it. And the last one is YouTube. We have good connection with YouTube. You can see all the other schools too.
Sure.
You see how your school is unique and wonderful. And continue what you're doing. You're doing something very, very right. Thank you very much,
Thank
Karen.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Emily. Thank you, Chris. Thank you very much. Thanks to Olivia and Siri and, of course, Allison. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a very good summer night.